All right, guys. Well, good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us for our Lunch and Learn Zoom series. I'm so excited to be sharing with you today. Thank you to the ladies for inviting me to be with you guys. My name is Courtney Trotter. For those of you that don't know me, I live in Fishers, Indiana, so I'm outside of Indianapolis, and I have been a Lavelle brand for promoter. It'll be 6 years in November. I cannot believe how fast it's gone by. What a blessing and amazing journey that we've all been on. So for you guys that are hopping on, start dropping in the chats for us. Where are you thriving from? Tell us what city and state you're in. It's so awesome to just see the power of these 3 steps, and I've watched it race across the country for almost 6 years. So just drop in the chats where you are thriving from, where you're watching from. So I came from another direct sales marketing company. I was with them for about 2.5 years. My friend Holly Choate, who lives in Texas, was also with that company. And back in 2014, she starts posting about Thrive and this sticker. And I'm like, what is that? Like, I've never heard of it. Nobody around me, my friends, my sisters, nobody in my community had ever heard of Thrive. And I was very intrigued, and I had never heard of it. I had done everything out there. I probably had 10 years worth of different products in my cabinets in the kitchen. You know how that goes. And nothing really worked, and I couldn't stick with anything. So the simplicity really was the big part for me, and probably a lot of you guys too. It was the simplicity of our 3 steps. But really, it was this sticker, right? This DFT. And when I messaged Holly, I'm like, what is Thrive? And she's like, this is my wearable nutrition. And I'm like, wearable nutrition? You get your vitamins through your skin? I was just blown away by that technology. I thought that was super cool and obviously unheard of and never been done before. So I got a 5-day sample from Holly. I fell in love with the product. It was probably day 3 or day 4, had that aha moment. And I was like, okay, this stuff is incredible and I need more. And so, decided to leave the company that I was with because this was just a better product all around. The business side here at Lavelle was better all the way around. That's a whole nother conversation. But what I want to talk about today, and my topic today, is really connecting in 3-way calls, validating the Thrive experience. So what happened, guys, was I got this 5-day sample. Holly was new. She had just ordered her promoter pack. Holly didn't know anything about Thrive. She just knew how awesome she was feeling. And I called her and I'm like, hey, I'm going to order as a promoter. How do we do this? And she was like, hang on. So she dials in Jennifer's aunt, and I did a 3-way call. I didn't even know I was on a 3-way call. I was standing in my kitchen talking to Holly. She brings on Jennifer's aunt, this sweet, friendly voice down in Texas. And Jennifer's like, hey, nice to meet you. I mean, it was just so refreshing, right? I felt welcomed to join the team. I got all my questions answered. They told me how to order. I did it with them over the phone, so it was right. I asked all my questions. It was great. I mean, I was like, this is wonderful, because in my past company, we didn't use the phone and we didn't validate anything. We didn't validate our product. We didn't validate the benefits. And honestly, guys, I think that's one of the reasons we're so successful here at Lavelle, is because we do use the phone or the 3-way message chats, because we're connecting and we're validating the Thrive experience. And I'm going to break this down for you over the next 20 minutes or so. But I got on that 3-way call and I was excited. And I was very excited. And they just were so kind and sweet and helpful. And I felt loved and welcomed and open arms. And I could call them at a drop of a hat or message them day or night with questions. And that's how you want to feel when you join a new team or you start a new product. I hope all of you felt that way, or do still currently feel that way. That's how we're supposed to feel. So going into the 3-way call, how many of you do 3-way calls or are scared of 3-way calls? Be honest. Okay. All right, let's start this. Who does 3-way calls? Who does them? Who, anyone? Not a lot of hands, kind of, sort of, maybe. Okay. There's no right or wrong. Okay, how many of you are scared of three-way calls? How many of you are scared and nervous and don't really know what to do or how they work, or maybe you just need more practice? Okay, so there it is right there. Just be super real with yourself, because it's always a learning process. So one of the things I always tell my team guys is, if you're stuck or you're in a rut, or I don't know, it's just a funky time and things aren't moving and grooving and you're not getting the samples out, you're not getting new orders coming in, or you're stuck, maybe you can't get new promoters to join you, whatever the case may be, I'm telling you right now, this phone will change your business. This phone will change your business. And I want you guys to understand that you're not going to be on the phone from the minute you wake up to the minute you go to bed. That is not humanly possible. Everybody's busy. We all work. A lot of you work outside of the home. We all have kids, family, life, dinner, sports. I get it. You're not going to be on the phone from the minute you wake up to the minute you go to bed. But my team is on, and they're on the chats. My team, we do three-way calls. And for those that don't know me, I'm going to be real honest with you. The reason we have a 200K banner, and we got that bad boy 5 months after I hit the promoter button, and we have a Lavelle Millionaire Award from our team, is because of the phone. Hands down, 100% is because we do three-way calls. We didn't just start doing them yesterday or last year. We've done them since really end of 2014. And so I go back to Jennifer's aunt and Holly, because when I hit that promoter button, I said, how do I do this, guys? How do I do this? I don't know anything about Thrive. I don't know what's in the capsules. I don't know what the heck's in the sticker thing, but I know that I feel like $1 million. So how do I do this other than talking to everybody and screaming from the rooftops and texting out and messaging out, which we still should be doing, right? As part of our daily activities of sharing. She said, Courtney, get everybody on the phone with me. And I was like, okay. I didn't ask why. I didn't ask, what are you going to say to my friends? I didn't say, are you going to be salesy? I just said, okay, because I had so many people interested in Thrive and learning more about the product. And they were asking all the questions about what's in the shake mix. Everybody's got health questions, medical questions. There's so many questions. So on a personal level, it's very easy to connect with each of these people, not only to get their questions answered, but when they hear us on the phone, guys, they get to hear our excitement, our passion, our knowledge, our education, and we get to answer their questions. And honestly, at the end of that call, all we want them to do is hang up and feel all warm and fuzzy inside. And then they can make a decision. Do they want to get a 4-day sample from you? Do they want to get a 5-day sample? Do they need to wait until payday next week? Do they need to check with their doctor? Whatever it is, the goal is, sure, for them to order when we hang up. That's a great goal. These are not salesy type of calls. We don't tell people, get your credit card out. We don't do that. These are very sincere, warm, friendly calls. And I also want to talk about, building relationships and building, rapport with people. That's exactly what this is going to do. Okay, so we're going to do a mock 3-way call at the end of this Zoom. We're going to show you guys how to do it. I may have to grab 2 leaders or 2 of my team to unmute, but we're going to do a mock 3-way call. So connecting and validating. Okay, we're going to go over this. Write this down. Couple notes. We call a PP, potential promoter call, PP, potential promoter call. That is promoter lingo, okay? I don't get on Facebook and say, hey, who wants to do a PP, a promoter potential call? That's promoter lingo. That's team lingo, right? So you'll see our team chats, and someone will say, I need a PP, a potential promoter call at 5 o'clock. PP, potential promoter call. What is that? What do we do? What do we say to this potential promoter? This is somebody that wants to join your team, that is asking questions about, how do I earn commissions? How do I earn my product for free? What's this VIP? How do I swap my customer account to a promoter account? It could be anything. So a PP, potential promoter call. So what do you talk about on a potential promoter call? Well, I'll tell you what not to do. You don't give them all the information and overwhelm them, okay? if I'm a potential promoter and I'm asking about the business side and how to get started and sampling and how do I get all of that, do not tell them that they can earn a Cadillac when they hit 12K. Why would you do that? It's not necessary. You're overwhelming the individual who's not even active and ordered as a promoter yet. Don't go into everything. Don't overwhelm them. It's not worth it. Less is more. And we've always said that about this business, guys. Less is more. So potential promoter call, you're just going to go over the basics. It's really, really simple. Like, hey, Susie, how are you? I'm excited for you to join our team. I just wanted to kind of explain some of the basics here and help answer any questions. I don't know what Susan told you, but I know you're loving your Thrive experience. Let me give you a quick rundown. And all I say, guys, is, promoters do not have auto ships because we don't have promoter auto ships required. They're just not. We get a free website. You can Thrive for free every month with two referrals. We have no quotas. You don't have to buy X amount a month or sell X amount a month because you don't. You can do as much or as little as you'd like. You can run with the business. You can walk and dip your toe in the water. Doesn't matter. We're here for your success. You can do whatever you want. We're all busy. You can do this 5 hours a week or 25 hours a week. It doesn't matter. We all love our Thrive. We simply like to share, get our product for free. We have tons of help. We have lots of support. You're going to get added to this chat or maybe this team group because you need to tell them that they're going to get added to XYZ and ABC and why. Why are they being added to that group? Why are they being added to that chat? Oh, you're going to meet Jessica Williams. You're going to meet Ashley Voorhees. They're awesome leaders and help in between. What questions do you have about promoting? I stop and I listen. And I let them tell me, well, this is my concern. Well, I'm worried about this. Well, I came from a company that's got all these fees. I've been, screwed in the past. My husband, is not excited for me to do another MLM. We've heard all that. So that's just a potential promoter call. Okay. We just call it a PP, a potential promoter call. And it doesn't mean they're going to hang up and order that second. And again, we don't tell them to get their credit card out. It's just to get them excited, hear our passion, and get their questions answered. So very basics. Sometimes, depending on who the person is and the conversation that happened before we got the potential promoter on the call, we may go over the VIP very briefly. We're not trying to confuse and overwhelm people. Very briefly explain once you order and we walk you through that order, it's going to kick off that VIP. That VIP bonus is not mandatory and it's not required. But it's an awesome way to put, $400 or up to $660, whatever you word it, back into your business. So potential promoter calls are great to kind of seal the deal and help explain to the people that want to join your team how simple and easy it is to get started and what obligations they have, which is really nothing because it's free, right? So if you are not connecting potential promoters, people that are asking about joining the business, how you make money, how you got that car bonus, whatever, the way they're getting the conversation started, put them on the phone with your upline leadership. It's the best thing that you can do. Jordan Kohler's on the Zoom. She just joined us, ordered her promoter pack yesterday. I was at the baseball field Saturday because if you know me, we're at the baseball fields literally all weekend. And I had my earbuds in and I walked down to the end of the field. It was 95 degrees out, put my earbuds in. Natasha called me. We did a 3-way call with Jordan and she's in the chat and said, because of that call, I wanted to join your team. I wanted to join you girls and swap over to Thrive. And she had gotten her sample and started Friday and was feeling great. So we just did a quick PP potential promoter call. And of course we didn't tell Jordan that. We just said, hey, we're going to get on the phone real quick and explain how this works and answer your questions. And she's like, okay. So it works. Okay. So potential promoter call. I want to move on to troubleshoot calls. Okay. I want you guys to raise your hands if you have ever had a customer who is sampling or ordered their month of Thrive and there's a problem. They have a headache. Their tummy hurts from the shake. They're going to the bathroom a lot in the beginning. We've heard it all, right? Raise your hand if you've ever had a customer start a sample or start a month of Thrive and there's been a detox, a natural detox symptom, right? We've all seen that support ticket. Okay, get them on the phone. We need to explain why this is happening. And we also need to ask a lot of questions, okay? Again, this is promoter lingo, promoter talk. When someone says, I have a headache, I have to ask lots of questions. Are you drinking water? A lot of water. Are you eating enough? Are you getting enough calories? Because Thrive or not, if you don't eat enough and you don't consume enough calories, especially with the summer heat, and you're not drinking a lot of water, you're gonna have a headache. It might not be the Thrive. Are you drinking additional caffeine? Did you wake up and chase your capsules down with a Diet Coke? You're probably gonna have a headache, right? So we can very politely and professionally get on the phone and troubleshoot anybody that is feeling kind of yucky on those first couple days of Thrive. We could say, well, if you're doing 2 capsules, maybe tomorrow go back to 1, right? Ease into the 3 steps so your body can get adjusted. You know, people have questions. Well, I'm on this medicine. Well, I mean, all of those things we can troubleshoot over the phone. Again, don't use the word troubleshoot to your customer. That is promoter lingo. Like if you get in the chats and someone says, I need a troubleshoot call at 5 o'clock. I need a troubleshoot call tomorrow at 6. Then a leader upline will grab it. And we just want to connect with these people really quick. And the phone calls, guys, are 5 to 8 minutes. How are you? Shanna says you're not feeling so good. Tell me what's going on. How did you take your Thrive? That's a big one, guys. As simple as our 3 steps are, you would be shocked how wrong people take the product. And so I always ask, tell me how you took your 3 steps today. You wouldn't believe it. Well, I took 1 capsule, I drank my shake at lunch, I put my patch on, I did another capsule at 3 o'clock. No, that's not how to take the product. So if we can troubleshoot with these folks and just quickly touch base and make sure, you know, they're having the best customer service and the best Thrive experience, okay? And we always want to say, Shanna's going to check back in with you. If you have any other questions, concerns, issues, please let us know. You know, have a great evening. Excited to hear back from you tomorrow. We're just connecting and we're validating, and it's customer service at the end of the day. And we know with these troubleshoots that if they have a tummy ache for 3 days, they're going to stop thriving. They're going to stop taking the product. If they have headaches for 3 or 4 days, they're going to stop thriving. If you can get them on the phone and troubleshoot and just kind of touch base and see what's going on with that sample or the first few days of their Thrive experience, we can fix it. We can make suggestions. So that's really important. 3-way calls in general would be anybody interested in Thrive, okay? They want to know the price, how much is it, how do I Thrive for free, can I, you know, take Thrive even though I'm breastfeeding, or I'm pregnant, or I'm a cancer survivor. I mean, just get everybody on the phone. How do we do this, okay? I want you guys to write down this little phrase, okay? And we're going to talk about how to get a phone number. How many of you don't know the art, is what I call it, of mastering a 3-way call? You don't know how to grab that phone number. And raise your hand. We're doing this to teach you guys. Okay, so write this down. Shoot me over your cell phone number. I'm going to call you. Shoot me over your cell phone number. I am going to call you. That is the way you get a phone number. Shoot me over your cell phone number. I am going to call you. Heart, emoji, smiley face, whatever. Did I ask if I could call somebody? No. Did I say, do you want to get on the phone with my upline leadership? No. Did I say, do you want to do a 3-way call with my support, my upline? No. Did I ask, do you want to get on the phone and talk about it? No. I said, shoot me over your cell phone number. I'm going to call you. I told them I'm going to call you. And here's why, guys. When you are going back and forth all day long and you're at work and your people are at work, messages just get tricky, okay? I'm very busy. Y'all are very busy. Our team promoters are busy. Guys, someone will start a chat with me, a three-way chat, let's say at 5 o'clock tonight. And I get in there and da-da-da-da-da. They don't respond back till 8 o'clock, okay? Then I'm on a call or I'm on a Zoom, right? Or I'm on a Lavelle Live call, and then I don't see it. And then I message back at 11, they're already in bed. And then in the morning, I say good morning, but they don't see it until they're on their lunch break at noon. Like, it's such a waste of time. If you can just grab their stinking phone number and call them really quick and do that three-way call, it takes 5 or 8 minutes and it's done. It's done, it's done, it's done. We're wasting time going back and forth in Messenger. And, you know, you don't want to be answering all of those questions in a message chat. As soon as you tell somebody in a message that Thrive's $150 a month, they're going to run from you. That's expensive. It's not, most households don't just have an extra $150 laying around to order Thrive. I didn't when I started. Most of us didn't. So get them connected on that three-way call. Hey, shoot me over your cell phone number. I'm going to call you. Is it 5 o'clock okay or 7 o'clock? People like options. Okay, you know who you're talking to. Does Susan work full-time? Is Susan a stay-at-home mom? What does Susan do? So maybe you can call that second. That's great. Maybe you have to set it up for 5 o'clock. If it's my girlfriend and I know that she works full-time outside of the home, I'll say, hey, Susan, do you want to call? Can I call you at 5 o'clock on your way home when you're in traffic getting the kids, or do you want me to call at 8:30 after you get the kids to bed? People like options. So give them options. Okay, well, 5 o'clock's better because it's quiet. I'm in the car. Perfect, I'll call you at 5. Then you get in your team chat and you say, I got a phone number. Who can help me at 5 o'clock? We're calling my friend Susan. And then you and Susan message each other and get it set up. So it's really just such a breath of fresh air. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. All you got to do is grab that phone number. You don't have to do anything. Let your upline leadership, who's mastered these calls over the years of our leadership, do it for you. Honestly, all you're going to do, and we'll show you here in a few minutes how that works, you're just going to connect your friend to your upline leader, okay? That's all you're going to do. And you over here, you mute your phone and you don't say a word. You listen and you learn. And you let your upline leadership over here talk to your potential person. And let me tell you a couple things, guys. Oh, sorry, my kid was messaging me on Facebook, just making sure he's okay. Let me tell you a couple things, guys. Number one, actually 3 things. Number one, I don't know why, but people will listen to complete strangers they don't even know. It makes no sense. It really makes no sense. I don't know why, but you know, if Susan gets me on the phone with her girlfriend, I don't know why, but they listen and they relate to a complete stranger, and it doesn't make any sense, but it works. Number 2, nobody has ever told me to screw off. I don't have time, click. Nobody's ever hung up on me, ever, in almost 6 years, ever. No one's ever been crappy or rude or I don't have time or I'm uncomfortable with this and hung up. Nobody's ever hung up on us, nobody, okay? And the third thing is, guys, 9 times out of 10, you know what they say? Thank you so much for calling me. Thank you so much for explaining Thrive. Thank you for helping answer my questions. I am very excited to get started with Thrive. I'm so excited to learn a little bit more. I'm so excited to get my sample. Thank you for answering my questions. And that's what we're doing, guys. We're connecting and relating to people, and we're validating the Thrive experience. And one thing I'm going to add to, guys, if you do a 3-way call with me, you are going to hear me and I'll say, well, this is the 1, 2, 3 Thrive. And I break it down really quick. I'm like a broken record. It's memorized. It's on repeat. I say the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. Paul Gravett said a long time ago, a record on repeat. So if you do a three-way call with me, you're going to hear it over and over and over. It's the same, I guess, spiel, same wording. But I always stop and I'll say, well, that's a little bit about Thrive. Susan, what are you looking for? What are you needing from a product? And I stop and I listen. And guys, I don't know why, but Susan will tell us everything. And I've cried on three-way calls. I've been that moved by someone telling me I'm 100 pounds overweight. I'm miserable. I just lost my mom and my dad a year ago. I have 4 kids. I'm at my wit's end. I hate my job. I hate my boss. I'm going through a divorce. I mean, it's really sad, but it's moving because we have a solution to all of that. And so we get to relate, especially if it's like, I'm a busy mom. I said, oh girl, I got 2 boys. Thank God for this Thrive, mood support, ha ha ha, laugh and jive and relate with them. So that is kind of my gist about three-way calls, potential promoter calls, troubleshoot calls. Another one that we do that I'm not going to get into, but it's welcome calls. So what's a welcome call? Well, it's for a new promoter that's active, that ordered, and their VIP is kicked off. Maybe they didn't get a potential promoter call. Well, now they're active, and they just got added to a chat and a group or a couple groups, and their VIP kicked off. You better do a welcome call with that promoter. You can't let them fall through the cracks. Next thing you know, they got 3 days left in their VIP, and everyone forgot about Susie. So welcome calls are super important. Why would you not set your new promoter that joined you up for success and connect them to Susan or Starla or Natasha and say, hey, real quick, this is my new promoter, Natasha. She lives down in Texas. She's amazing. She loves her Thrive. She's active. She's going. We've already chatted a little bit about her VIP. I just wanted her to meet you and chat for a couple minutes. And that's it. Natasha, meet so-and-so. Hi, welcome to the team. I'm going to add you as a friend on Facebook. Do you have any questions? We're here for you. Again, 5 or 8 minutes max. So that's just a little bit about calls and using the phone. And I hope that has really helped you guys and given you some more tools for your toolbox to grow your business. I would love to do a mock three-way call, and then I'll answer. I see some questions. Darla said she's going to help. Can anyone else unmute and join me? And we're going to do a mock practice three-way call. One more leader. Okay, Susan. All right, Susan and Starla.
You said my name enough during this. I feel like I should probably be a part of this.
Right. Well, your picture was right next to me, so I was just rolling with Susan.
Awesome.
All right.
Let me go unmute Starla real quick.
Oh, I think I'm unmuted. I can do it all by myself.
You're good.
Hi, Starla.
Hi, I do have grandbaby here, so y'all ignore a little background noise, but I think that's good because new mamas always say, oh, I can't get on the phone because I have a baby. No, that's not true. We do this business no matter what.
Amen. And I love that. We always say these calls are not informal. It's okay to have a barking dog in the background and kids because we're grandmas and moms, and it's called life. And that makes us very real as well when we're connecting with people on the phone. So, okay, Starla, you're going to be the promoter bringing me the three-way call, and Susan, you're going to be the customer.
Yay.
Let's practice.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to call Courtney first. Actually, you can do this either way, you guys. They always say, who do I call first? It doesn't really matter. So I called Courtney. Hey, Courtney, I'm going to bring to you my friend Susan. Wait, this is a three-way call, right, Courtney?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm about to add in my friend Susan. She saw my post on Facebook this morning. She reached out and said, she's really interested in the flat tummy pills. Obviously, I know she needs all 3 steps, so I really want you to explain all of that to her, share your story. Okay, hang on. I'm going to add her in. All right, Susan, are you there?
I am.
Awesome. I want you to meet my friend Courtney. I brought her on the line. I know you were asking about Thrive. You've kind of been watching my Thrive journey for a little while on Facebook, so you know a little bit about my story, and I want to talk to you a little bit more about that. once Courtney hangs up, but she's been thriving longer than me. And she has a really great story. And I really just want her to share that story with you and help me answer your questions. So Courtney, this is my friend Susan. She really doesn't know anything about Thrive except for what she's seen from me on Facebook. And she was interested in our flat tummy pills. So could you share with her what Thrive is and what it's done for you? And this is Susan. Susan, Courtney.
Hi, Susan. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Well, it's nice to meet you. I was talking to Starla earlier, and she was telling me a little bit about you and that you're excited to learn more about Thrive. So we are not going to keep you. But real quick, I just wanted to explain how our 3 steps work and see if you have any questions.
Perfect.
Okay, so real quick, Thrive is basically our 3 simple steps. You're going to start with the vitamin capsules right in the morning when you wake up. And we actually do that for 2 reasons. Number 1, our bodies are actually fasting overnight while we sleep. And number 2, you're going to wake up and take those capsules because it's going to kickstart your metabolism for the day. My phone's actually ringing. And then our second step is our lifestyle shake mix, yada, yada, yada. Our third step is our DFT. I want you to think wearable nutrition. I'm sure you've been seeing this sticker thing maybe floating on social media, obviously on Starla's Facebook, but everyone loves the simplicity. It's very easy. All 3 steps, capsules, lifestyle mix, DFT, are done in the first 20 to 40 minutes of waking up. So it's very, very simple. And there's a lot of different benefits. And I also want to tell you, Susan, is that Thrive is very different. It's not a junky diet pill. Thrive is not full of caffeine and junk and stimulants and fillers. So I wanted to explain a quick breakdown for you and also tell you a little bit more about the benefits. But what are you looking to get from a product, or what are you needing, Susan?
Well, I need to lose some weight, and I just need more energy because I drink like 3 or 4 Dr. Peppers before lunch. And I know that's not good for me, but like those are a couple of things. Plus, I'm over 40 now, and I'm just kind of tired all the time. I'm probably really grouchy with my kids too.
Oh,
that's a true story in case y'all wanted to know. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, girlfriend, let me tell you, before Thrive, I was grouchy. I was crabby and tired and exhausted and overwhelmed. I have 2 boys, and they just keep me on my toes. So I hear you there. And I'm also over 40. And so let me tell you, you're going to be and feel like $1,000,000 with Thrive, literally from the inside out. You're going to have smooth all day energy. It's not shaky, jittery energy. We've all had that, and that's not what Thrive is. You're going to have mental clarity, mental focus. You're going to have appetite support. You are going to feel awesome. So I think your diet or your Dr. Pepper days will probably be long gone, because once you start thriving as well, you're going to be drinking and craving water, which is going to help kind of kick that soda habit. So, and then guys, what I do is I say, Susan, it was so nice to chat with you. Starla, I'll catch up with you later. If you have any other questions, Susan, we'll go from there. Ladies, have a great night. That's it. And then Susan will probably say, or excuse me, Starla will say, Susan, stay on the line. Bye, Courtney. And I'm like, okay, good night, ladies. That's it. 5 or 8 minutes. That's it. There's no sales call. There's no pressure. I'm not saying get your credit card out, order now. We don't do that. And what does this 3-way call do? It puts people through the funnel. You need to make sure they have a free customer account. You have a follow-up now. Are you getting them a sample out? Or are they going to order? So thank you, ladies, for helping with that. I think it's fun to always practice. But make sure, guys, you use that simple wording. Shoot me over your cell phone number. Don't say, do you want to do a call with my upline? Do you want to do a 3-way call? Nobody wants to do a 3-way call. They're going to run away from you. Trust me. I've done it before. This is what works. Be confident. You have the knowledge. They want the info about Thrive. You got the product. You're in control. So be confident and say, shoot me over your cell phone number. I am going to call you, and just go from there and get their phone number and get connected for your success. So Susan, thank you so much. I'll throw it back to you.
Awesome, guys. And I'm going to add one thing to yours, Courtney, because normally right then when you've explained everything, they start immediately throwing back all the objections. Well, I don't want to take 2 pills in the morning. Here, these were all mine. I can't take pills on an empty stomach. I can't drink shakes. I had every excuse in the world. I'm going to have the worst headache if I don't drink my Dr. Pepper. Now, Maria was a little bit more bold with me because she's known me forever. So, pretty much shot everything down. But you have to be ready. And I've heard, is it Jason Camper or is it Paul Gravett who says the feel, felt, found? I know how you feel. I felt the same way. I did not like to drink shakes. I didn't like to take capsules, and I love Dr. Peppers. But here's what I found out, and then explain why all this stuff is going to be okay. If you're not comfortable with that, the person who, your Courtney on the phone, is going to be the one who's going to be able to answer those calls. So, Courtney, you did awesome today. I always think people really, really like to hear an actual thing being done, like examples, because people get nervous. And I personally love 3-way calls because you get to know people that way, right, Courtney?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It's just the friendly part of it, and it's the friendly customer service part. You can do it from anywhere. I mean, anywhere. You could be sitting in the school pickup line. I've been doing them from the baseball fields for years. I mean, you can do it anywhere. And we have such awesome, great layered leadership here at Lavelle that, like, if I'm not available, then one of my other uplines somebody will do a call for you. If Susan's not available, another leader on her team is. If Starla's not available, another leader on her team is. There's always someone to hop on and do a call. And real quick, I wanted to go back to the chat because there are a lot of teams, guys, across Lavelle that do the 3-way messages. And you can do all of this in a voice message, in a chat, on Facebook. That is allowed, okay? My team specific, we just do calls, okay? But there are a lot of leaders and a lot of 200Ks out there that just do the messages and the voice clips in Messenger in a 3-way message chat. That is fine. Any way that you can validate the Thrive experience and bring somebody in to help answer questions, say hello, things like that, it doesn't matter. Just do it and validate the product, because that is where you're going to grow. And I challenge you all to start picking up the phone and connecting and validating or getting in those 3-way message chats. Ask your upline leadership what they do. You should be following and duplicating what the leader does, what your uplines do. So there's no right or wrong. Just make sure that you're doing it. So thank you, Susan.
Thank you. Okay, everybody, I'll have this recording out shortly. Be ready to join us again tomorrow for our 5th day of our Lunch and Learn. Courtney, you were awesome. Thank you so much. So glad you're on here. Bye, everybody.